Hey everyone, welcome to Two Off the Tee, episode 3. We got the number one real estate agent in Chicago that golfs, James Shin, and yours truly, the Titleist of loans, Jeff Shin. So we got a lot to cover here, James. On the tee box, we're gonna go over the holiday gift wish. So we're gonna cover some items, maybe if you're a beginner, what we would recommend. If you've been playing for a little bit, some favorite items. And also maybe if you're the purist for gift items. Also, we're gonna talk about our favorite golf course here in Chicago. We're gonna recap our round at Bolingbrook. I know we talked about it a little bit on episode 2, maybe a 1v1. And on the back end, we'll go over the Capital One match on Prime. It was a skins match, I believe. So James, Black Friday, did you find any items that you were looking for, at least for golf, that you could buy for discounts?
Unfortunately, no. The wife and I are on a strict budget. We've been spending a ton of money, but I do have some gift ideas for the new golfer or the seasoned golfers. I don't know if they're on sale, but I definitely have some gift ideas for the wives if they are watching these. If my wife is watching this, there might be something on here that I
Okay. Well, let's go over maybe for the improvement items. What do you think people should get as a gift? Or if you're just trying to take advantage of it? I know Black Friday passed by, but there's still I think some of these guys are extending their Black Friday sale, and then we had Saturday, we had small business, and then Monday we have Cyber Monday. So it looks like the deals are going to be still coming around.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
maybe I do want
yeah.
some
So
stuff.
yeah, so if there's anything for like improvements, what would you recommend? I think you're a 10 handicap.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of handicapping gifts, I'll say this first. Like gifting someone the GHIN handicap for the year would
Okay.
be cool. Like, because I'm probably like a 9 point something, right? Like,
Yeah.
but Grint says I'm a 10. So that would be a nice gift, I think, just to start.
Okay.
As far as like an improvement tool, always a putting mat. I would show you mine, but the wife stepped on mine and kind of broke it. But it still functions. It's the putting mat with the regular size hole, and then
Yeah,
next to it's like the smaller one.
it's like I forgot what it's called. I know what you're talking about. I actually picked
Uh,
up one because I saw it on Slick Deals. It was
yeah,
a college one. It was almost half the price of the one that you're talking about.
it's a
It's
perfect putt mat or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It rolls great because it's supposed to have like a stimp rating of like 12 to 15 on it. So when I'm
Oh,
practicing, it's rolling.
yeah. That is, I think everyone should have one of those. Some sort of putting mat. You putt, you know, on every hole when you play, unless you chip in or something, but you're always putting. So that's one thing I don't practice enough is putting. I mean, I go to the range, I smack driver, hit some wedges, hit some irons, but like I'm rarely practicing putting, and I could really probably shave off a lot of strokes in my game that way.
Yeah, I agree. And I would say also, the item that I have, I don't know what it's actually called, and we'll post a picture of it here, is the swing weight trainer, but it has the grip, and it's a grip trainer everyone's talking about. Yeah, yeah, I think you have it right there.
I was gonna say this was gonna be my second one. I was gonna say,
That's an awesome one to practice at home. It has multiple names on
yeah.
it when I looked on Amazon. Before Prime or before Black Friday, uh, that item was like 40, $50, but now it's back to the $20 range. And there's like multiple ones of it, but it's great because it has
20
this.
bucks?
It's 20 now again, but it was like
Yeah.
40 or 50 I saw. Because I was talking to some guys in the league and I was mentioning like, hey, at home, this is probably a good one because it helps your grip because I mean, it's everyone talks about it, but Scottie Scheffler, he uses that grip in particular to attach it to his club.
Yeah.
So he always has a reminder and the weight of it. So I think that's a great tool just to kind of practice your grip at home and
Mhm.
just swinging at home because it's short enough and it has good amount of weight on it. So you'll get a good feel for it. For
Yeah.
me, I also think another great tool is, yeah, like you said, the putter. And I would say, a beginner, I would recommend, and I wish I did this, is speed training. So there's a lot of speed training tools out there, like the speed stick. I saw one that's called a rip stick, and they're all great tools to practice, especially during the off season, just to get a feel of the tempo.
Yeah. That's a good
I
one.
yeah.
Probably what can go with that is probably those, impact, like, bean bags where you could just, like, hit the club into it.
Yeah,
Although
yeah.
I am full swinging this inside my house,
Yeah,
so
for sure. You could use that one as full swing in the house. And I think the last thing I would recommend for anyone that's a beginner or, for a golfer, and that I think that would be a great gift item, especially if it's relatively cheap in my opinion, is the alignment sticks. I would get those. Now, I hate it for golf that anytime you find these items because it says golf, they tack on a premium. So if you're looking to find a hack, I would recommend 2 things. You could probably go to Home Depot. I think they're called like Yardsticks, and they're like you could get 2 for $3.
yeah.
Or if you really don't wanna leave the house, you could go on Amazon, but what you wanna do on Amazon is look on Amazon hauls, and you can get that thing for like $6 to $10 sometimes. So a lot of times I'll look on Amazon for like these little training tools on Amazon haul instead of just on Amazon, because I actually found another item that I think would be a great item, especially you said it with the putting mat that you have, is I bought the putting alignment mirror. Have you ever seen those where people have the alignment mirror?
I don't know what you're talking
So
about.
when you stand over it, you'll see where the ball is and how your face is. So it's a mirror that you look on the ground, and it's just an alignment just to see if your eyes are matched up to the ball. So
That's
yeah,
interesting.
we'll post a picture of it so you can get a visual. But I think it's a great item. I've seen it, and then the reason I never bought it is because always on Amazon it was like $20 for the mirror, 20-30 bucks. And I was like, I don't think I need it. I could just do the gate drill if anything. But then I found it on Amazon Haul for like $5. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll buy it for $5. And I've been using it. And then what I realized, especially since I got the new putter ET, man, my stance over the ball is terrible. And that's what I realized. So it's helping me make the adjustments where I keep my eye over the ball and I have a better
Nice.
idea of where I should be standing on the putts. Is it going to stop the 3 putts? Probably not, but I do feel way better over the ball and putting. Now it's just figuring out the pace of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the mat will definitely help you figure out pace too. I mean, except when you go play, but at least you have the idea in your brain of a 6 foot, 8 foot, 10 foot putt, and kind of how to roll that at your house and take that to the course. I think that's
Yeah,
good.
and another gift item, let's talk about for the gear heads. What would you get if you're like really into golf like gears? I think for me, a great item to buy for people for stocking stuffers, obviously golf grips. I didn't change my grips probably for like 2, 3 years. And in the beginning of the season, 2 things. One, I checked the lie angles on all my clubs and I realized some of them they're just degrees off. So I had to get that fixed. But more importantly is the grips that I would recommend for a stocking stuffer, getting the Golf Pride Tour Velvets, amazing. It felt so great just having it, and I think in mid-season, that's where I was playing my best is once I changed the grips mid-season, I could just feel it. I was like, "Oh, man, this, like, feels really good in the hands. It doesn't feel like it's slipping." So, I would say definitely that's probably a great item to buy as a stocking stuffer.
Yeah, that's a good one. As far as stocking stuffers, I would say, those, I don't know if it's a gimmick, but those golf brushes, but you can put water in there
Oh,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
you squirt the water out and then you brush your club. I
Yeah,
think that's pretty cool because the brush I have is just like an old school wire brush.
yeah.
I mean, I only use it when my club gets like really dirty or like there's sand in my grooves. So I think that would be a good stocking stuffer. Another one I would use or gift as far as going with your grips is a grip cleaner. I have like wipes that I use to wipe my grips every once in a while. It gets the
Uh-huh.
tack back going. I think you have the spray one.
Yeah, it's called the Gecko.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I never used that one, but I like my wipes, so I continue with what I know what that works. As you know,
Yeah.
I'm very against trying new things even though it's good for me. I don't like change, so
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it's a gecko spray. I mean, I don't know, I just thought it was easier to carry around because I don't when you're at home, sure, you can get the palm olive oil soap and, brush it here a little bit at home, but I think it was just easier being outside and using the gecko spray and just wiping down the club. Because even,
you just use a
one of our
towel, then wipe it
yeah,
wipe it
yeah, you
down or
just
what?
spray it and just kinda dry it and wipe it off. Because even, I remember at one of our league events for our major, I shouldn't have helped him as a competitor out there, but I did. And, I was like, man, your wedges are so like the grip was so worn down and he always spits and, cleans it just to get a little grip. It was disgusting. So I was like, here, let me just
Wow.
spray it, put it on there, and then he's like, "Oh, this is how it's supposed to feel." So I
Wow.
would highly recommend that's a great gift as a stocking stuffer, the Gecko spray. And I also think another great gift, I wish there was more in the pack, is the sweat liner. So the one thing I hate about golfing and I
Your hat?
love is yeah, 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 because when you wear the hat, like the sweat and then it drips through in the front and the brim and then it looks disgusting and you have no choice but to throw it away. So
I go through a
I
lot of
think
hats.
yeah. So I think a great gift is a sweat liner gift for hats, especially if you're in your golfing or just a guy that, if someone that wears a hat a lot and sweats, I think that should be really great, especially in the summer, the sweat liner to protect it. And that's my biggest thing with hats. I hate it because, when you're golfing, you're wearing a hat, but I don't want to go through like, under 3 or 5 hats a season and buying it. And it's just, obviously no one likes just spending a lot of money unnecessarily. So, and especially some of these hats are like 40, $50. It's kind of ridiculous. So I
Yeah, I
would say the
agree.
sweat liner to protect it so it doesn't ruin the front and have all those sweat stains. I think that would be a great stocking stuffer.
I'm gonna have to watch this podcast once it gets edited so I can look for that because that's a good one. I definitely need that. I go
Yeah,
through
and
black cats a lot.
yeah, and we'll add pictures to the pod and maybe some links. I mean, we get nothing out of this in terms of affiliates, so we have no reason. I mean, we're not monetized to recommend these things, so it's just items that I've seen. I think that would be great gifts for holidays. And I think
Mhm.
another thing that people always look for is golf bags. James, what would you
I was
recommend?
gonna say that, because I was in the market for a golf bag, so I was kind of looking myself.
Yeah, so I think if you're gonna be in the market to buy a golf bag, I think you need one of those. I'm still a huge fan of the 14 slots, but I think you have, the 3 slots or the divider, or yours is
I
14?
have the I have the 14, but if when I was window shopping for one, I was looking for the is it the 6 divider or 7 or whatever?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
6.
yeah, 1, 2, 4, 5 or 5? I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't want the 14 slot anymore. It's kind of annoying when you're playing and you're trying to, like, put your club in because the irons, like, get stuck like this or whatever, you know?
yeah,
And you can't put it sometimes it gets really difficult to put it in, and, I mean, I just need a couple slots, right? Just know, like, 6, 7, 8 or, like, 7, 8, 9 is here, 4, 5, 6 is here, my wedge is here, my driver, what like, that's all I need.
yeah. I
So,
mean,
that's what I was kinda looking for now.
yeah, now that you mention it, I do agree because I was thinking about it actually. Because every time I try to put like, the longer irons back in the slots, it's like in the middle section, especially like the sides is fine, but in the middle area, it gets stuck and I don't want to jam it in. And then I get conscious of the grip that I don't want to ruin the grip. So yeah, I mean, that's just me. So maybe I'll look into the 6 slot ones where you could put like 2 or 3 clubs per slot. That's
Yeah.
probably easier to pull out the club. And I would definitely recommend pockets. You can't go wrong with having more, the more pockets, the merrier, because you never know what you're going to have to put in there. I realize for my bag, as I have a lot of pockets, I'm like, I have this in my bag. I have this because you never know when you're going to have it, especially when you're golfing and, it might rain maybe or drizzle. So it's always nice to throw a rain jacket in there. Obviously, a
I
lot
wish I had that in my bag.
yeah.
Is there a
So
certain brand you're looking at or a
for rain
certain
jackets,
no, no, bag?
So funny you bring that up, and I mean, I was going to touch on it a little bit more, but a lot of these brands traditionally that were around the Callaways, the Titleists, the Tailor Mades, those are the bags you would always look at to buy. But now there's so many competitors out there, Ghost, Vessel. There's like a Sunday bag. So now these
Yeah.
or Sun Mountain. So I mean, Sun Mountain's been around for a little bit, but the newer brands that are coming out like Ghost and Vessel, I've been eyeballing those. I mean, the Vessel's a little bit pricey. Obviously, it's a different customer base that would buy those, but the Ghost bags really look nice.
Those are expensive too, though. I think they're like 4 or $500.
Yeah,
I thought. Maybe they're
I mean,
not.
they look way nicer than the Titleist bag or the Ping, the Hoovers.
Yeah, because of the leather. I mean, I have the Hoover bag. I mean, I love it. It has everything that I kinda want. It's just getting faded from being in the sun so much that I kind of want to replace it. But I love that bag. So part of me kind of wants to get it again, just like a
Uh-huh.
newer one. But then I think the Ghost golf bag pockets are very similar to the Hoover bag.
Okay.
So I gotta do some more research on it and check it out. But with my MGGA winnings, I was looking at a bag, but then I was like, I want some irons and I want some wet. I don't know yet. So I haven't decided what I want to do with the money yet.
Yeah, I mean, that was the time to buy because we got Cyber Monday coming around where there's gonna be a lot of good deals, and I think there's still gonna be some deals here and there, but from my experience, at least last time on Black Friday, at least on Amazon, those prices never came back down. So, if you're looking to buy, I mean, now is the time when they have those deals. So,
Yeah.
other golf gear equipment, I would say rangefinder.
Yeah. I was
I'm
gonna touch
I'm
base
not,
on that too.
yeah, I'm not a. I thought I would be a fan of the watch, but I'm not actually. Just for the fact that on the watches you get a rash on your wrist, and I hate it. Like once you wear it's fine, but like two, three, 4 rounds and you have it, I was getting a rash with my watch, so I stopped using that. And then it sucks that my rangefinder crapped out years ago. So I just been using the Grint app and using it as a rangefinder. So I think that's perfectly fine, but not too and the carts are not too bad as well. But I think you're in the market for a rangefinder.
Yeah. So, well, sometimes a cart, like, it's either to the center or to the pin, but sometimes it could be really far off. Like I've noticed, it could be like 10 yards off, which is, I mean, it's could be a big deal. But yeah, I remember me and Frederick were paired up with some randoms one time, and he hit the pin, and he told us the pin, and immediately told us like front, back, I think in middle. And I
Okay.
was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "How the hell did you get that?" And he's like, and Fred was like, "You cheap ass. These new ones, they tell you that immediately." And I'm like, "Whoa." I was like, "That's pretty cool." Because sometimes like I'll laser it and obviously hit the flag, and then I'll be like, "Oh, what's the front?" Or what's to that bunker? Like I gotta carry that. What's to the back? Like how much room do I have? Like how much room do I have to get or whatever. If I need, if it's into the wind, I want to know how much further I could go and still be safe. So I think it's really cool that it will tell you front, middle, back immediately. I know Andrew had that one that pairs with Grint, but
Yeah.
it looked really cheap when you scope in. It looked really cheap. I didn't like it. I mean, I thought I wanted it, and I was gonna give Dad my Bushnell.
Uh-huh.
But then when we played with Andrew that time and I used it, I was like, oh, this feels like a Temu rangefinder. I don't want this thing.
That's when you know it's too bad, huh? When you throw in
It
the
dude,
10.
it looked really bad. Yeah, it looked really bad.
Yeah, you throw in Temu in there, it's like everyone just walks away, it's like, "Nope, nope, I'm
Yeah.
not buying it." Okay, so rangefinders are the newer ones, obviously, if you're behind in the market, the technology has drastically improved that it gives you front, middle, back, once you laser it. And the other one I think would be a great item to buy for someone that's especially getting kind of more a little bit into golf, a little bit more serious, I think is a launch monitor. I've looked at it, I remember, yeah. Well, so yeah, I mean, like the launch monitors when they first started coming out like 5 years ago, I thought they were really expensive. They were like $1,000, like because they only had the ones that pros brought out there, and you put it out like
The
oh man, like
Trackmans,
yeah, the Trackman,
the GCs.
yeah, like the GC quads. Like you can't carry $1,000 item out there. We're not good enough for that. Plus, I mean those pros are making significantly more and probably just getting them to have it out there. But the one that really caught my attention is actually the Rapsodo one. So
Yeah, yeah,
they came out with another model, but the mobile version one where you could just, I don't know, it's like a clamp or whatever, a mount, and you just put it on there and it'll start recording it. And
yeah. That's cool.
I think it just gives you like the things that you need: ball speed, club head speed, and launch and angle, right? So I think that would be pretty cool because a lot of the driving ranges, it doesn't, there's none that tells you what's going on. But I know at least here locally at Bridges of Poplar, they built out a Trackman sim. And I know they got it at COG, and I think they have it. No, they don't have it at Mistwood. So I think that's pretty good, especially when you're doing range sessions and trying to improve just having a launch monitor, and it's relatively cheap for what it could do, especially if you're trying to improve. If you're just kind of like, whatever, yeah, don't buy it. But if you're looking to improve and just making sure your numbers are a little bit more dialed in, I think the Rapsodo Mobile one. for like 200-300 bucks. Probably even after the holidays, it'll probably be even cheaper to get. So, if your family just gives you money for Christmas and say, hey, if go figure out and buy something, that's probably an item I would imagine. As my guess is a Rapsodo 3 will come out, so the mobile will be a little bit cheaper to buy, probably sub 200.
Yeah, that's a good one, especially, if you wanna bring it to the range with you or something. I
Yeah.
really like that idea. Probably one last gift I would say I have in mind is maybe gifting somebody like like a driver fitting. Don't buy them the driver, but like a wedge fitting or a driver fitting or something, if they're in the market or, I think it could help for sure. I mean, I would love a fitting. I think it's only $100 too, so it's not, like, super expensive.
Yeah, I would recommend it too, especially just for the cost of the clubs and just the investment of the game, right? You're gonna go out there. Let's just say I don't even know what clubs are. It's been so long that I bought a new set. But let's just say a set is $1,000. If you're gonna spend $1,000, you might as well just get fitted and make sure that, and especially if you don't care about the brand, get fitted and make sure like, hey, this is the best club because you never know which one your eye is hitting really well. Because I thought my bag is a mixture of a lot of different stuff. I got Callaway in there, Cleveland, and Titleist clubs. So when I did my fitting, I was surprised that the Titleist I was hitting the best in comparison to other clubs. Yeah, I think that's a great item, and I think the last item, especially for anyone that's a gearhead, uh, and it's funny because in our Discord for the league, when it was brought up, sunglasses. I never realized it, how many people don't wear sunglasses playing golf, and I was like, "Oh," and I did extensive research over the summer because I was like, "You know what? Let me buy it," and I was like, I didn't wanna commit to a $200-300 sunglass, even though I know they're out there, the Oakleys, the Maui Jims, uh, the Shade Ends, I think. So, I think looking into a sunglass, and you can buy like a $20 one. So I would say sunglasses is a pretty important item to buy for a gearhead, especially if it's on sale and you're golfing. So, two things I would say just on it. I mean, the sunglasses, I think the Meta Oakley ones, I mean, it's $450. So
Wow.
I think it's kind of cool. I mean, it's because of the technology in it, but recording it. So I'm curious to see how that would be playing in a point of view where you look down or up and you're seeing it. I would love to see how that would look for the sunglasses. And it has a prism in there. So that should block out the sun and protect your eyes. But the one thing I tried wearing the prisms just to on the course. It's definitely different golfing out there with non-polarized sunglasses versus non-polarized sunglasses. So I got the non-polarized because I didn't want it to. In the research I looked into and read was that it affects your the green reading, and it's definitely different seeing the ball. So I think I think I'm gonna stick with the non-polarized, but maybe buy a polarized just to test it out again one more time, and having a little bit more longer of a time frame to use it during the season.
Yeah, that's a good one. One last gift idea. What's that sweatshirt say? That's a good one. Although
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't
So
wanna talk about clothes because I mean,
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a good segment because I was gonna say, let's talk about clothes, golf clothes. But yeah, this hoodie. So doom
what is it,
scrolling through.
Stan? I can't see it. No
What's
golf
that?
today.
No golf today. So I saw it on the I was just doom scrolling on TikTok, and those guys, they're so good at selling it of these items. So I'm always, if you send me a less than $30 item on the TikTok shop, I'll probably end up buying it. So I saw it on the TikTok shop, this thing, no golf today. I was like, yeah, that's
It's pretty
kind of
funny.
fun. Yeah, yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm a golfer. I'm sure if I wear it around in public or whatever, other people would see. It's like, oh, so I don't know. But yeah, I found it on the TikTok shop. It was like 25 bucks. It's called Trendy Golfer. I
I like
mean,
it.
from a material standpoint, I mean, the knock on it, but the quality of it, I've heard, this brand, I think is Gildan or whatever. So those are
Oh, yeah.
associated with, yeah, they're kind of cheap material, but it
It's
serves its
25
purpose.
bucks though. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for 25 bucks, it's not terrible just to wear around the house or, if you're running errands, so it's not terrible. I think at least for spring, yeah, more of the spring and winter. But yeah,
Mhm.
like you mentioned, clothes, the stylish golfer, what brands are you looking at or would you recommend for Cyber Monday or just holiday gift shopping?
Well, I wear a lot of Grayson. I wear Nike. One brand I really want to start wearing is Sunday Red. I mean, I
Okay.
like it. It's just so expensive, like that and Malbon. Like even I think I saw I got hit with an ad that said 50% off Sunday Red, and obviously I'm like, oh, let me see what's there. Everything was still like $200. I was like, man, I don't know if I could wrap my head around that price for some clothes.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because when I was looking at clothes too, I was looking at Sunday Red 50% off. It's like, oh yeah, it was 300. Now it's 150. It's like, oh cool, you're back into the price of what everyone's selling at retail price. But it's crazy to me, even Malbon, we're older here now, like those brands, it's a little I think Malbon's a little tougher to wear. I think a lot of the stuff that they're selling. Plus at the price point. It's just crazy to me. A polo would cost more than a wedge. Like it's
Yeah,
just
it's expensive.
and it
Yeah.
and it sucks because it's the premium of golf, like, when you throw the word golf in there, everything just gets a premium tax on items, so it sucks, but for clothes, yeah, I was looking at, actually, what I've noticed a lot lately when I go through, like, looking at golf clothes to wear, like, "Oh, I wanna wear this," or anything to look a little stylish on the golf course because they say, "Look good, feel good, play good." I was looking at it, some of these brands now, it's tough, so I was, like, thinking, I was like, "Man, if I was in my 20s, can you is it really affordable to play golf and wear these stylish clothes on the golf course? Because like, Malbon, right? I think for the most part, they attract a younger demographic. So I think, wearing a $200 polo and playing the round, I think it's gonna be very tough. And then for the 20-year-olds, then if you're in the 30s, I think there's a little bit more brands in there, but now that we're basically in our 40s, I find it really hard to find a brand like, that identifies with clothes I would wanna wear, but I think the best brands I found, at least for the individuals that are in their 40s, I would say is probably Travis Matthews, and then, actually FootJoy. Like, the Peter Millar, it I don't know, they run really big, and I hate the fact that when we went to the BMW Championship, I got the Peter Millar, and it faded so quickly, so that was very disappointing. So, yeah, I like the Grayson stuff, but I think if I were to just wear one item, because I think the one thing I learned when we are in the shoe business, when all the customers came in, it's like, no, you can't mismatch your Adidas with your Nike and whatever. So, I jokingly give people a little bit of a hard time out on the course when they're wearing the Under Armour shirt, the Nike shorts, and then the total mismatch of, like, suburban life. So, if I were to just wear one brand, I think really for me right now, I think I'm gonna be leaning towards more FootJoy items to buy. So I've been growing to that, and I don't know, the I'm still a huge fan of Nike, but it's getting really hard to pay their price of what they're looking for stuff that's so basic.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of I mean, I think I just got some Travis Matthew pants, and they were like I think they were like $150 a pair or something like that. I needed golf pants, like, I mean, the ones I had were too old, so I got some new ones, and yeah, I definitely wanna look stylish out there too. Yeah, they're like $150 a pop. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I do mix and match a lot of different brands. I mean, I try to wear the brands that don't really show their logo a lot. That's just kinda how I am now. I just wear solid colors, but on the golf course, I mean, I'm wearing all sorts of colors on the golf course. I'm wearing pinks and greens, and I'm wearing anything to feel good, look good, play good.
Yeah, no, it's true. Look good, feel good, play good.
Shoes though, I mean, I would love to get my Jordan retro golf shoes back. Someone stole them out of my garage, my Jordan 11 all whites, the cool grays, the Jordan 12s, my Air Max 97s. Like, someone's looking real fresh with my Jordan golf shoes.
Yeah. So speaking of shoes, I mean, is there a brand? I mean, would you stick with the Nikes? Because you got what would you recommend now that you didn't? Well, it's unfortunate that your items got stolen, and I know you switched brands actually. So anyone out there that's looking to buy golf shoes, what would you recommend?
I still got some Nikes. I got some Air Max 1 Nike golf shoes that don't have spikes.
Uh huh.
More for, like, walking or yeah, when I'm walking. But, I got a pair of G4s. I really like those. Their their insoles have these, like, little rivets or bubbles in all of them,
Uh
like,
huh.
all over your foot, and when I first played with them, I was like, "Man, this is so weird, like, I can't get used to this. This is terrible." but, you know, they were like $200, so I kept wearing them, and I'm
Yeah.
so used to them now, it feels great. They look good. I don't they're like the old school kinda look of golf shoes plus a little modern
Yeah,
into
yeah.
them. I don't know, I like that look, not for all my shoes, but that pair I do really like. They're really comfortable. I kind of do wanna get another pair because I only have 2 now. I don't know if I was gonna go with another G4 or get some Nikes or something, but those are like or FootJoys. I really like the FootJoy shoes, although I never had one, but I do like how they look. So
Yeah,
those are the 3 brands I was looking at.
yeah, so I know what you're talking about, the traditional look. I was actually looking over the holiday, just looking at shoes because that's the one thing. I mean, golf shoes, I mean, it's not the same anymore and it's just really expensive. Like, back in the day when we were just buying sneakers like once a week, once a month, being done with our money, um, it was Nike was coming out with so many different stylish products that I was like, okay, yeah, I want this one. I want the Air Force. I want the Air Max that came out. Now with golf shoes, I mean, they're kind of doing it, especially with Nike. It seems like they're releasing a lot, but I'm like, I, I, I don't know. I think it's tougher as a golfer to have like 10 pairs of golf shoes to wear for different rounds to match everything when you could find something that's a little bit more neutral to match everything. So the G Forces, I know what you're talking about, the traditional look that's a little bit more modern. I did see those. I don't know if you got and then you touched on the FootJoys. I know what you're talking about. If you notice, after I got it, the Hyperflex, a couple people in the league got the same ones that I had, but just different colors. So I think I love them in comparison to any of the Nike ones, especially. I mean, Tiger's not with Nike anymore, but I really did like the Tiger 13s or 12s that came out. And after that, now that I've worn them so much that their bottom, the rubber's ripping off, and when it's soggy out there, my socks getting wet. So I'm definitely in the market to look for golf shoes. And one that really caught my attention. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, and I'll put it in I'll put an image up after it to show everyone. But I think the brand is called Painter with an R.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so it has the traditional look, but when you look at it from a distance, and especially anyone that's familiar with like sneakers, they almost look like Concords, the Jordan 11s. So it has that look.
I'll have to look them up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I looked at it, I was like, it's not terrible, but I don't know if I want to wear like I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on that look to golf in. Maybe, I don't know. I'd probably maybe have to look at it in person, but I don't think like PGA Superstore has it to look at in person. But from just looking at the image, yeah, it just definitely reminded me of Jordan 11 Concord. So I was like, that's a kind of an interesting one. So
Yeah.
and I think the last real holiday items that people can buy for gifts is for the golf purists out there that just loves golf. What would you recommend?
Oh, a golf trip, I guess?
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, there's gotta be someone with disposable income like this has money to throw away, so I would say a golf trip, like, yeah.
Okay. I was thinking if you're a golf purist or someone that's a golf purist, I think the best gift that you could always give them is a Pro V.
Golf balls, yeah, I mean, that's always like yeah.
You're right, but you're not
But
going to gift some.
not everybody plays that, though.
It
I don't
doesn't
play those.
matter. Even if you don't play it, I think getting gifted a Pro V1, like if I gave you as a thank you a Callaway box, does it have the same meaning as
It would
compared to a
it would be an insult because we play a lot of golf together, and you know I don't play Callaways.
I know,
And you
but yeah,
also know I don't play Titleist, so
well,
I
okay,
would say that's very thoughtless gift, Jeff,
but I'm
what I
saying
would
though, like,
say.
okay, fine. If someone else were to gift you an item that didn't know what you played, if they gave you like a TaylorMade or a Callaway as a gift, even the pro shops, like I hate it when we've been both doing it just at courses that we play. We've been collecting golf balls for a souvenir. I hate it that they're cheap. Like I'm already gonna spend the money to buy the logo golf ball. I think it would just be nice if all the courses were consistent and they just had Titleist logo balls for their course.
Yeah, I wish that too.
You know what I mean? Like just I don't know. I feel like it should just be standard. Like, yeah, Pro V1, because it's like, yeah, the Pro V1s, I think they're just like one of those things where you can just buy as a gift and everyone's like, thank you. Because I thought it was cool when one of the guys joined the golf league and as a thank you, he gave us Pro V1s. I was like, oh, that kind of had a nice touch to it. So
That
I
was
think,
nice, yeah.
yeah. So I think for anyone that's a golf purist, especially if you're just trying to buy a decent gift, it's not too crazy. You probably can go on golfballs.com, customize it, and get a sleeve of Pro V, or not even a sleeve, sorry, a box of Pro V ones, customize it for like 50, $60. And I think it would be a great gift for a golf purist.
Yeah, that is a good gift. I mean, that's always a good gift. Golf balls, golf gloves, tees, something you always need.
Yeah.
And
So
we run out of golf balls very fast. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I could easily lose 2 balls, 3 balls on a given hole just because I wanna go tin cup sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's painful.
Yeah. So, I think that I mean, I think for holiday gifts, I mean, there's so many different things out there to get, whether you're budget conscious or you're gonna buy a gift, but I think all these gifts are items that we all look at and to buy, and especially clothes. Don't go out there and wear the Adidas with the Nike and the Under Armour. That's what I would say. So, I mean, I think from a stylish standpoint, it's very hard to rock multiple different things.
In this economy?
Yeah,
Damn.
I mean, whatever, just got to be a little bit smarter with your money here. But yeah, just I mean, shorts, no one's gonna know unless it's really loud. Like I hate it when I know it's Adidas, but it just bothers me with the three lines, the stripes, and someone's wearing Adidas shorts and and a Nike shirt. It just I don't know. It's just a little weird. So that's just me, but I would never thought of that until we got into the shoe business and everyone was a lot more stylish and they're focused like, no, if I'm gonna wear Nike, it has to be Nike head to toe. I was like, okay, yeah, the consistency makes a lot more sense. Oh, and the last item I would say for golfers, and I think this just to circle back and move on, I think the last gift that's a really great item is socks. Particularly, I found a brand out there called Features, like feet. It's a little expensive for a pair, $18, but I swear to you, when you're out there and you're wearing these socks, man, you are so comfortable out there. Like you don't even feel it. Because when I wear my Nike socks that I would wear just to golf or any athletic brand, man, the feature ones, way better. So I would definitely look into like compression socks, like what they offer, or maybe running socks. But I think the feature ones for golf in particular, it's a great item. I mean, especially if you play once a week, whatever, get a pair, $18. And the best thing about it, it's a lifetime guarantee.
To what? Never go bad?
Whatever, if it does, I mean, yeah, man, if they go bad, I'm gonna take advantage of it. So, if you play
That's
twice a week, I mean,
interesting.
I bought 3 pairs just because, and they're only for golf to wear, just to be comfortable. Because 'cause you're gonna be out there 4 hours, you're gonna be on your feet, and, you might as well be comfortable. Like, I've seen people wear, like, the you know, multiple different types of socks out there, and I just feel like I think that's one area that people don't think about too much is the socks part when you're standing out there. And I swear you're gonna be so comfortable wearing these. And it sucks that they're $18 for a pair, but you do have the lifetime guarantee. So that was a selling point for me to pay $18 to get a pair.
I'll have to look those up. I mean, I wear Lulus, so, I mean, I don't know. I'll look 'em up.
All
I
right.
mean, it's not like Lulus were cheap either, so I'll look those up.
Yeah. So, James, favorite golf course that you like playing here in the Chicagoland area? All right. So I think that concludes, the topics of the holidays. And I think just going into the holiday spirits here, James, of buying something, maybe for the local guys here in Chicago, if you're to buy a round for someone for a holiday, like a gift card or, a package deal, what's your favorite course to play in Chicago that you would love to get around that someone could buy you around for the holidays?
Oh, man, that's tough. I got a couple, but one that we just played for our first time. I don't know what took us so long. When we played for your birthday is the Glen Club. I really loved that place. That was a great course. Yeah, I don't know what took us so long to play there. I don't know. We thought like there wasn't an amazing golf course in Glenview or something.
Yeah. So what took us so long to play the Glen Club? Man, I think the tough part is the prices of courses and how they price things out. Like for example, and maybe it's just because we played close courses in the northwest suburbs where we're kind of used to it. It's like Bridges of Poplar, $70. I'd rather play Arrowhead, but Arrowhead's probably equivalent to maybe a Bridges of Poplar. I don't know. I don't think so, but I think that's the thing. Psychologically, some of these price points of these courses is just ridiculous. So I guess a nicer course where you pay, let's say $100 is like, how much better can the Glen Club be than other courses for that price point, for another $100? Are you that much better? And it turns out, I think from the yeah, I think overall, for sure, 2, 3 rounds a year, at 200 plus playing there. It's not terrible. I thought it was well maintained, especially when we played in November. And it just had a nice feel to it. I think from the clubhouse walking in to the drive-in was great. It's better. I thought it was better than Contigny. And I think that's a pretty good gift. But your favorite course is now the Glen Club.
Man, it's up there. I don't even know what my favorite course would be besides that, though. I don't really remember Dub Shred, just because you kicked my ass so bad out there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a little spanking there when we played during COVID.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't even know what my favorite course is in Illinois, like locally. Um, 'Cause I'd say TPC Deer Run was pretty sweet, but I mean that's so far away.
Yeah,
I don't know. Highlands of Elgin is maybe one of my top favorites. I love Blackstone, but man, that's so far away too for me.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say hands down one of my favorite courses of play. I don't know why. I really like Mount Prospect. You know, getting a gift to play there would be nice. But if you're really trying to impress someone or just, you know, because it's the holidays and you just want to give a nice gift, I don't think you could go wrong with Mistwood. If they do like a holiday sale or something, I mean, they're not going to do a Black Friday or a Cyber Monday type of deal, 50% off the round. Because if they did, that would be amazing. But I think if you're looking to buy someone around or, you know, oh, you know, you golf here, here's a deal, whatever. I don't know if courses do that. I think a great place is probably Mistwood. I love it when courses, and I think all courses should do it like McRae, but I love it when you go to the course, they already give you like a water bottle or 2 in there, and free and range balls are included. Like, it's just that experience, especially because 'cause I'm coming out there to play and spend money. Like, does it really hurt you to throw in a water bottle? It doesn't have to be a big one. I think at Mistwood, they give you a little bit smaller one, and at McRae, they have, like, coolers, 1 in the front, 1 in the back, maybe a couple yeah, maybe 2 or no, 1 per 9. And Condigny does that too, right? They give you ice and water, so I think those are nice touches, so I think that's what draws me to those courses.
For the amount of money that they're charging us, yeah, I mean, they should give us some range balls, some warm ups, especially if you want people to keep up with pace of play. Like, I mean, I don't think we really warm up a lot. We just go out there and just play. But a warm up is kind of nice, a little loosen up before you start playing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely like that.
if you have a range out there, I mean, I don't think it hurts if you're gonna play out there and you're early. Just give the player like 10, 15 balls just to kind of whack, you know, just hit a couple. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I would do if I owned a course. But I mean, I think for favorite courses, I think Mistwood for me and you is Highlands of Elgin.
I think so. I love the Highlands. I don't know what it is. I just love that place. I don't think I ever play well there, but I love that course.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then we played last week. I think that was the last day to play for the year. It seems like is we played
It's looking
Bolingbrook.
like it. Yeah, it's looking like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love Bolingbrook. I mean, I loved it more before Liv went there, and then they just dude, sometimes they want like $200 to play there. That's ridiculous. I mean,
I mean, their price point
that's
of what they
crazy.
want yeah, the price point of what they want at Bolingbrook in comparison to the Glen Club, no, no way. They should not be
Yeah.
charging the same as the Glen Club. I don't think it's remotely the same.
It also could be because we've played Bolingbrook so many times too. Like we've played Bolingbrook quite often, I feel like.
No, no, no. The part the par threes at the Glen Club are so fun to play with all the undulations. It's the way it's set. No, not like I. Those par threes were fun, especially in the front nine. The
Yeah.
one that like nothing beats that. But yeah, Bolingbrook. I think you won. I'll
You
admit to
think?
that.
I think
I'm the
I think I gave you an ass whooping out there.
Yeah, I think I took a little bit of a beating. I think it was just, you know, it sucks because I'm not gonna make any excuses. I don't know if we established if we're playing straight up or that. But yeah, I think I took a little bit of a beating, so I feel like there's a little work to do. Um, but yeah, you know, for me at Bolingbrook, I do enjoy the course. And I don't know why the Ranger was kind of on us on the back nine when the group wasn't even behind us. Like, they weren't even on the tee box when the Ranger came around and, you know, started giving us some crap. And that's what I was saying, like on the last podcast, these Rangers, I think maybe it was jokingly we were talking about it that, when I get old and retire, I'm going to be a Ranger and I'm going to give a hard time to all the players out there. So maybe it's just kind of that rite of passage when you become a Ranger that your whole job is just to ruin someone's day out there. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, it didn't ruin my day. You guys, like, took offense to it. I mean, if they tell me to speed it up, I just say, "Okay," and I keep playing. You guys love to argue with the Rangers, like, "What are you talking about? We're not playing slow. The other
Yeah,
people,
I
they're
mean,
over there. They're not even on our ass." Like, you guys, like, I just, like, "Yeah, okay," and I continue to play. I mean, you guys are different breed.
yeah. So I don't know. I think it's just equivalent. Like if you go to a restaurant to eat and the waiter's like, hurry up. Like, what? Like, let me
I
enjoy
don't
my
think I've
meal.
ever I've never had someone
Well,
say that to me.
if someone did that,
Like, I've never had that happen to me at a restaurant. I mean, the golf course, yeah, I've had rangers tell me, "Hurry up," probably because I keep playing with you guys. But
possibly.
by myself or whatever, I don't really hear that ever. I keep playing with bad golfers.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't really have a
Bad
lot to say
joke.
about Bolingbrook. I mean, I thought the course is great. I think the front you were up maybe like 4 strokes or something, 2 strokes on the back nine or the front nine. Sorry.
The front nine, we were really close. I mean, I
Yeah,
I went to a friend's giving the night before. And, I told the host, I said, "I'm not drinking. I have a golf round to play." And I think he called me some names and made me drink, and I wasn't feeling the best when we got there in the morning. Like, was it 9 a.m. or something? Like, I wasn't feeling that great. Because I think the front nine, we were close. It was like we were pretty close. I was only winning by, like, 2 strokes or something.
yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, "Oh my god, this is embarrassing." And then, I don't know what happened. The back nine, I turned it up and
It was the Ranger. It's the Ranger just put me on tilt with his little unnecessary comment that I just lost focus there. And then
yeah, I paid him. I was Shooter McGavin. I paid that guy.
yeah, that's what happened to me. And then, yeah, I think we're giving too much airtime to Bolingbrook. I mean, for the price point of what I mean, it's a great course. It's been a while since we went back. I'm on the fence if I want to really go back, but I don't know. I mean, for Bolingbrook, like, yeah, it's not a Glen club. It's kind of average, maybe. I don't know. But I think we're giving it a little bit too much airtime. I got spanked out there. I really don't have much to say about Bolingbrook. And after playing it again, there's not memorable holes maybe too much. I think that the hole, yeah, we'll post the map of the hole where the Ranger kind of ruined the rest of the round for me. And
I
then
think it was on that par 5,
yeah, yeah, I hate that par
like,
5.
the second par 5 on the back 9.
Yes, yes, yes. I have
Yeah.
many wars with that hole before. And this time I thought I was gonna get one on that hole, and the Ranger came around and just kind of ruined it for me. That's
Well,
my
you were
story
in
and
the bunker for, like you were in the bunker for, like, 4 or something, and I was already on the green putting birdie, so,
no,
I don't know.
he ruined it. And to
I
wrap
agree.
up here on the back nine, we had on Black Friday. I wasn't really aware of it that they were gonna do it again. I didn't know it was a skins match, but they had the Capital One match again, and it was on Prime, where it was a skins match where they
Oh.
had Xander Schauffele, Keegan Bradley, Tommy Fleetwood, and Shane Lowry. Did you get a chance to watch it?
No, I didn't really I think I saw, like, an ad for it or something, but no, we had Thanksgiving and then, I went to, like, another friend's giving. Yesterday, I plowed the snow 3 times. I mean, we got, like, a foot of snow over here, and I was doing it for all the neighbors too. But no, I didn't have a chance. I don't know why don't you tell me I don't know what happened, so
Yeah, so honestly, I did try watching it because I mean, they were hyping it up so much in the beginning where I had it going around in the background. Like I didn't know it was playing that early, so I had it streaming a little bit in the background, during the trading hours, but there was just no volume, so I had it going on before the Bears came on. So I was trying to watch it to time it to watch that, and then the Bears come on, and they're talking about like they haven't done this event in over 17 years. It looked like they had a lot of big name players on there. Not that the guys that I mentioned, like Keegan or Xander, Tommy Fleetwood or Shane are big names. I would not say they're superstar names in comparison to a Rory, right? That they would have or a Scottie. Those are the big names. I think if they had that, there would be a little bit draw. But I was trying to watch it, and the way they had it, it was just I don't know. It was just too painful to watch. for how they're gonna only play 15 or 16 holes anyway, so on the skins match. But yeah, like I was saying, they hyped it up for like 17 years. They had a lot of bigger names that they played at least on the video. The thing that I noticed that and maybe there's a concern in the future for golf and broadcasting, especially since the internet invitational. I think the thing that was hard for me to watch this thing was like there was a lot of dead air because they were walking and playing, and I think it had to do because it was live. And I feel like they could have easily just recorded the round and chopped up the holes and then just put it on a later time frame instead of trying to go early and trying to beat the NFL in whatever other games are they're gonna play. I think they could have easily broadcasted this game. I don't think there was another football game, I'm not mistaken, Friday night. So they could have easily played this like at 7, 8 o'clock on Prime and chopped it up and made it much shorter. Well, the thing that I noticed is like it was just there was no real like a lot of banter like they had on the Internet Invitational. You had all the players walking from tee box to the approach shot to the green, so there's a lot of walking. And what I noticed is I'm not a huge fan of the broadcasting anymore of these things. Like, I thought the Creator Classic was all right when they had a little bit of the commentary because it was not traditional like they would have on CBS or whatever. But this one in particular, it was very hard to get into it because you didn't have uh, I mean, we know they're gonna have great shots and things like that, and I think that was the thing with the Internet Invitational that drew my attention to just watching, I guess, let's say, YouTubers playing, and yeah, the walking, they coulda easily cut it and just made it shorter where you just have more action and you're watching it. So I think it would've been perfectly fine if they pre-recorded and broadcasted versus playing it live because I got to, like, hole 3 or 4, and it was just boring because I was like doing other things while I was in the background waiting for a shot, and I'm doing this, and I'm like, oh, like here's the match, and I'm watching it, and it was just like, okay, cool. Like I would much have rather heard, especially for like that they're playing for $4 million, whatever. I think what would have been great about the Capital One match and what they did is I think as a fan watching that and listening to the banter that they had on the Internet Invitational, I would love to hear more conversations between the player and the caddy because even on the maybe hole 2 or 3, whatever, there was like a par 4, and I think that's where I ended, where Xander was asking, "Hey, what club did you use?" And they're like, "Oh," and I think Xander was trying to get more of the banter going, but the other players were not. And maybe I didn't give it a fair shot and I should watch the rest of it. Maybe it was better, but hole 4 just lost my attention. So Xander was asking, "What club did you use on the par 3?" And they're like, "I could ask that, right? I mean, we're just kind of," and they're like, I was like, "Oh, I would love to hear a little bit more of that banter. I would have loved to hear a little bit more of the caddy talk with the player going, hey, this is what's going on. He's to the right. He probably used this. We got wind blowing, right? Like just hearing more of their thought process and what they're going to do and then seeing if it worked out. So I think that would have been way better if they did it that way. So that's
Yeah.
kind of my concern.
Was it all individual play? Like 1v1, V1, V1?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
They weren't
yeah.
teams.
Yeah, no, it was all yeah,
Who
skins.
and who put up the money?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I think they all it was weird. They had like reverse. I mean, I tried watching it. I mean, it, it just didn't seem too interesting, especially again, I think with the Internet Invitational, what they did pre-recording and then, doing the editing and then letting it out was way better. And I think especially for that type of event, what they're doing for Capital One, there's only 4 players. Like if I'm watching a PGA tournament, it's nonstop action because you got someone on the green, you got someone doing an approach shot, and then you got a driver, and then you could do a feature group. But in this case, it's four individuals out there playing that it kind of drags. Maybe if they did a 2v2, like, but I stopped watching after Tiger versus Mickelson when they first did it. So I don't know. I think
Yeah, I
when
thought they did with it. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's where it all started. So Capital One's been doing it, but I think in terms of this
Um,
one on Prime, if I had any say in it, I would say that they should have just pre-recorded and then broadcast it later. And it was terrible because I wanted to get back to it, but for whatever reason, right when I got on my phone and I was just doom scrolling on Instagram, I saw the winner right away. I was like, "Oh, that sucks." So I think that lost its appeal. That immediately they posted it right away of who won. So yeah, in terms of that, it just didn't have the appeal. I just didn't like it. I wish they had more side bets. I know the first one with Phil and Tiger, they're like, you want to play like 1,000 a hole or whatever. Like, try to spice it up a little bit. But in this case, again, I think Xander tried a little bit. I know Shane Lowry had a little jab for Keegan because Keegan made a birdie putt and Shane needed to make one to push the skins hole. And that was about it. So I didn't love it.
So you're telling me don't watch it,
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I mean, the Bears won
or
on Friday.
you watch it, and then tell me if I should watch it.
Yeah, no, I'm going to because I mean, there's I mean the Bears won on Friday. So
I
there's really
saw
not
that
football.
Super Bears.
Yeah, there's not really football to watch right now, or I don't want to watch any football. So maybe I'll just have it in the background just to see if I missed anything and maybe try to give it a fair shot. But I think I could tell instantly when I was getting the fourth hole that I was just sitting there. This is just taking forever. So that's kind of my take on the whole Capital One. Maybe they should maybe they should have Capital One, the internet invitational.
They should have Jordan on there, like betting $100,000 a hole or something. That would probably be more exciting.
I mean, someone, right? I mean, if you're gonna do that, I would be totally okay with like celebrities golfing or doing something and spicing it up a little bit. I mean, I thought it was fun when they had Tom Brady on there, but yeah, Tom Brady and a Jordan playing out there or a Barkley or someone. I just you see so much of the pros already. Like they have their thing. Like if you're gonna do a Capital One skins match, maybe just have other golfers out there because golf is such a unique sport that it's so relatable that even when you see LeBron hit a shot or even like Kevin Hart's now golfing, they're like, damn, I could beat this dude, So it's like,
Yeah. I mean,
so
golf needs like that all-star week kind of, because isn't that when the celebrities play basketball with the pros? Like
yeah,
during
yeah, they
All-Star
have
week or
that.
something?
Yeah, so they have that.
Yeah.
I mean, they just have to mix it up. I mean, and it definitely does suck that I think with Live when they signed a lot of big names, so the PGA lost a big names to compete there. So it's kind of it's tough. It reminds me of that whole Monday Night Wars. If you're a wrestling fan, right? You had WWE versus WCW, the Monday Night Wars, and you had these different sides. Now you have everyone on WWE bought out WCW, so they have all the content. And I think for a PGA and Live, it's tough because you have two different sides, but no one's really watching Live or talking about it nearly as much as PGA. And then yeah, I think for the Capital One, I think it would have been great. Like you said, have a Jordan on there. I know they do this for whatever during the summer when they have a lot of the celebrities play at the event in Lake Tahoe. I'm totally drawing a blank on what the name is, but I think you've seen it where they're in Lake Tahoe and they have all the celebrity athletes playing or athletes. Yeah, more athletes I think that play or musicians. So I think doing that for the Capital One I think would have been great. I would have loved to see, or even maybe next year they'll throw in some YouTuber, Brad Dalke playing for $1,000 hole versus maybe a pro. I think that would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, what they need is Jeff Scorsese.
Hey man, I mean, I'm available for hire. I think I could totally direct one and then it'll be absolute cinema. So I think
Yeah.
for episode 3, I think we covered a lot here for the holiday gifts. Favorite course, Bolingbrook. I think we gave a little bit too much airtime, and maybe I'm just salty because the Ranger just ruined my day just with his little comment. And the Capital One. So I think that's a wrap here. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe next week we'll do some sim golf just to get it out of the system.